Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the Podocasts, your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I am your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. And not joining me tonight is the greatest producer of all time, Belle, because she's out at the Amana Colony Ren Fair. She's a Ren Fair type of person. I'm not dismissing that. I'm a Ren Fair type of guy. I do blacksmithing as a hobby. I make 15th century armor. And you know what? How often do you get a chance to wear it aside from Ren Fair? So what I'm saying is I get it. We have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto, and welcome to the Podocasts. I gotta let you know before I really get into this one, guys. Like, I just got off vacation. It was kind of a working vacation, so it's but I wasn't on the pager. Nobody was calling me. Come out to Microsoft. Got to fix this. So you know what? It was a good time. I was down in Florida, and I got over to Universal Studios for the 30 years of fears. Their haunted houses and fear zones and all that stuff. I'll tell you what, man, if you've never been to that, it is a good time. The haunted houses are great, man. They're high quality. It's a formula, once you've been through one, you've pretty well been through all of them. But it's just really cool. It's a good fit. It's a good feel. A lot of energy, big thumping, driving, death metal, and all that. It was a wonderful time. I don't get any kickbacks if you go to Universal Studios. Just saying, if you get a chance, go ahead and give it a look, man. It's probably worth your time. So anybody who watched the video today probably realizes that we started our pivot. Now, I have mixed feelings about this, but you know what? In the long run, it's the right thing to do. Now, it sucks for us because it's like starting over. YouTube, I don't know if you realize this, but YouTube can be work. And the way I do it, it certainly is. There are not a lot of crypto channels dealing with purely rational thought. Everything we do here at the podcast, everything, it's custom. There is no formula for us. The way we see the crypto market, the way we trade, what we trade in, it's unique. A 30,000-foot view, pragmatic channel is a tough sell in the YouTube YouTube world. I have enough I don't know, personality, radio shtick to probably carry it with a traditional formula of this is going to go up 10,000%. You must watch this, thumbnails. But I wanted to try and be genuine. And what I do and how I do it is genuine. It is. Because this is fertile field. Cryptocurrency is absolutely fertile field. In all of my years of trading in different markets, I have never experienced anything like the opportunities to be found in crypto. They are ripe. They are often. And they are everywhere. But it takes discipline or a lot of luck to really capitalize them. And if I can help folks get there in any way at all, anything I say, maybe little bit nuggets, something they just gleam off from what we're talking about, that's why we're doing it. The other mixed feeling I am having about this is that although it opens up the entire world of crypto to me, not just in tokens, but in trading fundamentals. It's that I have to reconcile myself to the fact that views are going to be down, comments will be sparse, and that I'm going to have to fight and claw back to some sort of relevancy. when I first started doing this, I mean, I had to defend aggressively every position I took on everything I said. Folks were lining up to illustrate how I was dead wrong about everything I said and every single token I favored. You know what? It's the internet, baby. If you're going to put your face out there, you have to be willing to get punched. But when when I went pragmatic, I mean at all, it was like I opened the gates of stupid. As stated above, pragmatism doesn't play well here in the crypto space. But you know what? I'm going to let you in on a little secret, just a little one. A lot of people don't know this. You know what? Everybody knows this. They don't like to admit it. Pragmatism plays very well in the crypto market. It just does not play well in the open and public market of YouTube opinion channels. Doesn't play well here at all. Do you know what people want to hear? I ran some experiments. I have another channel. Did you guys know this? Do you guys know that I have another channel? Everything I do here on my other channel, I do the opposite. I'm not going to tell you where it is. I'm not going to tell you how to find it. I don't want to be associated with it. But everything I do here, I do the opposite on the other channel out of just morbid curiosity. I want to know if I could run a pure shill and make it work. And you know what? It is 1,000 times easier to just shill. It really is. But you know what? Again, I want to be genuine. This is why we're pivoting so much. But this is what folks want to hear. And I've proven this out to myself. They want to know how much, how far, how fast. That's it. That is what plays well on YouTube. And you know what? I see it even on this channel. I see it in my own videos. If I have a price action anywhere on the thumbnails, doesn't matter what it is. If there's a number up there, it's another 1,000 views. The reach increases, subs increase, ad revenue increases. It doesn't take a genius to figure out which way I should go. But I'm fighting my own instincts to stay in my wheelhouse and just put out information that I believe in, as opposed to information that people just want to hear. How much, how far, how fast? I want to be genuine and I want to be honest. I do okay in crypto. You know what? I'm doing all right. YouTube is a hobby. It's a passionate hobby, but it's still a hobby. I have the mic. I have some ability, but what I mostly have is a very strong desire to talk crypto with people who actually want to talk about it. If you're at all like me, when you are anywhere, doesn't matter. If the subject of cryptocurrency comes up at all, your ears perk up, and you are listening. You got the lemming look. Just, ooh. I'm listening. Now, unfortunately, don't know if you can tell this about me or not, but I have a habit of correcting bad information. And that might work on YouTube, but it does not work at all in the real world. People don't like it. So, you know what? We stick to YouTube. In the long run, I think this is going to be better for the channel. It's going to have a smaller audience, less views, less comments, but I get to move in the direction that I had for the channel when I started and hopefully keep it going, if not growing. I have zero illusions of this right here, the podcast, being a thing. All right, it won't be. I can't sell out. I just won't. It would kill the fun for me, and for what it's worth, I'm having fun. I think that's important. But what this little pivot will allow me to do is to bring you guys broader information from the entire market and not so tribalistic, token-centric. Pragmatic trading. That's what I am. Pragmatic trader. It's about looking at the market from 30,000 feet, taking it all in, all of the varying elements to paint a picture of what I believe will happen and why it will happen. And you know what? Not to be forgotten, when it will happen. That seems to be a very big piece of the puzzle that doesn't get mentioned much. I don't mean when, as in some faraway Barnum-esque, you know what, it can happen any day now. But rather, going to be going down on Tuesday, and I am trading on that. Specifics. There are effectively no specifics out here, man. How far, how fast, how high. That's it. That's what we want to know. Now, I unzip my fly, metaphorically. Don't thumbs down me, man. Nobody wants to see that anyway. But I unzip my fly on our Discord all the time. All right, I give my calls. I give my buy-in price, and I give my exit price. I don't base it on charts. I base it on everything. News, mood of the market, price action, volume, everything. I form my own intrinsic valuations based on all of this information, and I make my buys and my sells. I try to be as specific as possible. It's not financial advice. When I do it, it's not financial advice. It's just a notification that I see something, and you should maybe take a look and see if you come to the same conclusion. If you do, if I saw something you didn't see, you know what? You're welcome. If you don't see what I see, thanks for looking. Thanks for giving me the benefit of the doubt. Specifics are dangerous. And my dog's barking. I know you hear this. I'm so sorry about this. I'm glad it's Saturday. Guys, look, on Saturday, all right, all bets are off. This is not the Thursday show. The Thursday show is very structured. It's very specific. This is what we do. This is how we do it. And yeah. Saturday, I don't mind pausing during my very own monologue to have a little bit of apple juice. Pardon me. That's I don't even know what brand that is tonight. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Specifics are dangerous, and it tends to be why so many folks are just vague in their reporting. If you get one wrong, you know what? It happens. Not a big deal. If you get several wrong in a row, you've lost all of your credibility, and your channel is dead. Reporting on crypto should not be like reporting on the weather. You can say it's going to rain, but it doesn't, and nobody blames you. If you say a token is going to do such and such, and it doesn't, people lost money. They will excuse the lack of rain. They won't excuse the punch in the wallet. So I understand why people do what they do. It's just not something I want to do. But you know what, guys? Stick with me through the transition. I would appreciate it. It's going to take a few more tweaks to get it right, but I think we can get there and turn this into a fun, informative, moderately entertaining crypto hangout. That's what I'm going for. That's all that I want for this. No bad questions, no judgments. Just a group of folks with a passion for cryptocurrency discussing that very thing. So I'm on my own this evening. The Bell and the Emery will not be joining me, so this is going to be a bit more old school than we have done for a time, as I have to monitor the chat while I am trying to talk and keep a train of thought going. Please forgive the crudity. If this is your first time joining us, this is not usually how the show goes. Join us next time when we have the band together. I'll probably have to take a few more breaks than I usually take, have to gather questions and catch my breath. So please indulge me. For our members, gonna give you guys both barrels tomorrow at 2 p.m. When I have Bell on the other side. I'm not forgetting you guys, and I have a lot to say. I just want to keep it more relaxed this evening. I just got home, and I'm probably not on my A game. So right after the break, I'm going to gather up a couple questions. I'll see if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, or observations. Like we always ask, we like to take questions. We like to interact with the audience. We want to, we want to see eye to eye. We want to get together with you guys. So the only way we can do this is by reading these questions. You don't have to super chat me, man. If you put it up, if I had a chance, I will certainly answer it. But right after the break, This is part of the pivot, by the way. I'm going to branch out just a bit, and I'm probably going to upset some viewers. I'm okay with it because it doesn't get said enough, and it should. The difference between hoping a token goes up in value versus knowing a token will go up in value. I think you might like this one, even if it comes off sounding a bit preachy. I promise you it's going to come off sounding a bit preachy. It's very aggressive wicket for me, man. So if you could, please let me get some apple juice in me. It's Saturday night. We're going to kick the dust up a bit, and we will be right back.
We'll be right back.
Sorry. I was looking through the comments and hitting the booze a little bit. 1 second. You know what? If I do this with the screen up, they immediately demonetize me. So please. I don't know why that's a thing, but apparently it is. Let me see. Some moments calling out. Polymath is going. Yeah. I made my buy call on that one. I loved it at 78, and it hit 78. I bought a bunch. My out on this one is going to be 93, 94 cents, somewhere around there. I don't have my numbers in front of me, so give me a break on that one. But, yeah, Poly is, you guys know this is a deep love for me. All right, this is a personal one. And I was talking, I got gigged. I'll never forget I got gigged on a comment from that. They were bashing me. Why don't you talk about Poly early? And my first Polymath video that I put up, I keep the little ticker right up there so everybody can see what it is and time, date stamped and all that. And when I was talking about Poly, it was a quarter. So I like to think that I got in before the rush. So I don't even remember who left that comment, but for whomever it was, suck it. All right. I'm sorry that you can't look beyond the first 5 videos of a YouTube channel. Trust me, there's better stuff down below, man. But, you know, crypto moves fast. Yeah, Poly, you guys got to keep an eye on that one, man. October 13th. All right. Polymath becomes Polymesh. It's going to be a thing. I nailed the last pump, and I mean, I nailed it to the cent. It was perfect. I see at least one more, and at least I'm going to say one more. There's going to be at least one more. So I liked it at 78. I will be out of it before $1, not because I don't trust the valuation, but because I don't like to be involved in that kind of FOMO. And I'd rather get out a little bit early than get out late. That's a me thing. One of the bummers I see a lot in the crypto world is the people saying, I wish I sold. I've never said that. I have never said that, man. You might want to, you can write it up as cowardice. You can write up whatever you want. I don't care. But I've never been accused of not selling. It has nothing to do. I get it, man. It's not the crypto way. All right, the crypto way, hold, hope. Yeah. I don't do that. When it hits a reasonable amount of profit, and 25 to 30% is a lot of profit. I get it, man. It's not the crypto way. The crypto way is 15,000% or bust. I don't do that. All right. I am 25, 30%, man. I'm out. I'm gone. I'll reevaluate. Pragmatism. All right. Because 30% gains is a lot of gains. It is in any market. You do that in commodities. You do that in oil. You do that anywhere else. You got a corner office, a mansion, a secretary. You pick a 30%er, and you have just been promoted. Here, we do it, and we say it's not enough. That ain't enough, man. You got to hold on. Yeah, you can't get a Lambo like that. It's also one of the ways that we're pivoting the channel so much, man, because I cannot seem to stress this enough. You got to take what the market can give you sometimes. You just do. And if the market will give you a 30%, the hell's the matter with you that you don't realize those profits? Don't even get me into the taxes. We got a tax guy. We ran the numbers. We have videos about it, saying that it is absolutely in your best interest by a substantial margin to realize your profits and pay your taxes at the end of the year. And we're not talking about a little bit. We are talking about a massive bit. So, yeah, that's kind of what I preach. If you don't believe it, I don't care about it. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm telling you what I do. And I pay my taxes at the end of the year. And the reason that I have to pay taxes is because I have substantial gains. So there you go. I really don't want to do this next little bit. You know what I'm gonna? I don't even know if anybody's watching tonight, man. Let me see. I got some people. I do. Let me see. Let me take some questions. This is the old school thing I didn't want to do, but you know what? I'm gonna bring it. Let me see. From J Bones Grows the 2 Junior. That's a name, boss. I tell you what, man. That's a name there. I want to see it on the back of a jersey. That would look great. I love Saturdays. What is Hy-Vee like a Midwestern Walmart? Anyone from the Midwest? I hope you're about to bash on amp whiners about not mooning. It's funny you should mention that, boss. I got a Hy-Vee about 2 blocks from me. I am from the Midwest. This program, sponsored by Down Chemicals for all of your paint stripping needs. Think Down Chemicals. Is brought to you from Des Moines, Iowa. So we're not just the Midwest, we are the Midwest. And yeah, Hy-Vee is all over. They're just grocery stores. They're not like, they sell greeting cards and celery. Yeah, I mean, it's just a standard grocery store. Let me see. From Arbogin, Scott, does a languishing amp price for these past few months change your investing thesis with amp Flexa? Why not? No, absolutely not. Now, I've been steadily accumulating my amp for months, and I buy big chunks. But I don't use my own money to do it, all right? I use other people's money. These 20, 30, 35% gains that I tell you about, that I talk about, that I make coin calls for, the reason that I do what I do, the reason that I run so many shorts is to buy my longs, period. I do not put my own money into AMP. I put other people's money into AMP. I don't invest in something hoping it's going to go up. I invest in something knowing that it's going to go up. And those profits, I take half of every profitable sell that I make, and I buy AMP with it. Purely AMP. I don't care what the price is. The only reason that I have it up there is because we started as pretty much an AMP channel. So I don't forget my roots. Plus, I think that AMP is simply, hands down, one of the most revolutionary concepts to come to the blockchain that is only achievable with blockchain. It could not be done any other way, with the exception of gold. And gold doesn't transfer well digitally. It's just funny how that works. AMP is going to change the world, man. It is absolutely going to change the world. Slowly, but it'll get there. And when it gets there, there's your moon. But it moves through usage. It moves over time. It does not move on liquidity. It just does. It will, but it won't sustain it. This is what I've been trying to say about AMP forever and ever and ever. But for some reason, it doesn't get hurt. The price action on AMP to me right now is irrelevant because it is still so stupidly early. But what it is doing is giving you an opportunity, a golden opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get in on the ground floor of something that will change the freaking financial planet. You are not going to get another chance like this. They don't come along. Once in a lifetime, you get an opportunity like this. So I continue to buy AMP, and I don't care about the stagnant price. It's irrelevant to me. In fact, it serves me because I use my profits from all of these other tokens that I'm in, and I buy AMP with it. I will buy AMP with it. Not all of the profits, half the profits. Half the profits of every trade goes straight to AMP. The other, you know what? We'll get into a little bit of it. 25% of it is split in half. Half goes into VeChain because I'm a big, big, big fan of VeChain. Half goes into Theta TV. Nobody talks about it. I think it's revolutionary. I think it's the future of digital entertainment is sitting right there on my board, and I get laughed at every time that I talk about it. But it's going to change. It's going to change the streaming world, man. Like it or not, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. So that's what I do with my profits. The final 25% I leave in my second wallet because guess what? You don't get them all right. And the one thing that can never, ever happen if you're doing what I do is you can never have your short-term wallet go bust. It can't happen ever. So you have got to keep some of your profits into your second wallet for your short-term investments for when they don't work out. And they don't always work out. Sometimes the unforeseen, the irrational, the what the hell just happened happens. The market crashes. This happens. It's crypto. Welcome to it. And when that happens, you cannot have an empty short wallet. You just can't. So you got to keep some of those profits in there. But everything else goes in. And the fun thing about it is that when you get several in a row right, and I gotten many right in a row, it's exponential. Because that last little bit of extra 25% of profit that you left in there is now 25% more profitable on the next trade. It's exponential. This is how you grow. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is the pragmatic way. This is the fundamental investing way. This is trading. This is trading. This isn't guessing in hopium. This is how you do it. This is how it's done in the market. The one thing that crypto brought us that no other market has is ease of trading. One click, one button, boom, the trade happened instantly. Done. That's why this is such fertile field, man. This is why I do a damn YouTube channel. I want to get out that, look, I see this. This is how we do it, guys. This is how we make money. So anyway, yes, nothing's changed in me fundamentally. I'm not changing my mind on AMP, man. It is 100% the way, 100%. However, you cannot do it as a tribalist. You can, but it's not going to be as profitable as it could be. So, yeah, no, I haven't changed my mind on that, and I hope it answered the question. Let me see. Thomas G. Scott, do you think that once there are more regulations on crypto in the U.S., that the institutions will start pouring trillions into the market, causing a lot of these coins to really pump? That's an interesting question. That's the one thing I've always loved about our audience here on the podcast is that you guys are next level, man. I watch a lot of other people's live streams. I just enjoy hearing about crypto. I like being involved in it. It doesn't matter whether I'm talking or I'm listening. I'm just happy to be there. You guys bring me questions that you don't bring to these other people or that they don't answer. So, you know what? I thank you for it. It keeps me on my toes. Institutional money, boy, it's dangerous. It is. Anytime you start getting into institutional money, and, you know, we're talking about legacy world money, big money, trillions and trillions and trillions. Anytime you start getting into there, you start getting politics. You start getting government. You start getting things that should not be affecting the DeFi. So I've never been a big fan of institutional money pouring into crypto. And I'm sure you guys realize it as well as I do that there's a lot of institutional money pouring in, but most of it's pouring into Bitcoin. Grayscale, all these big capital companies are all going up there, we're getting Bitcoin. But these people, I don't think they understand it. I really don't. Now, there's no way, because you can't make that kind of money accidentally. And you can't be profitable year after year after year accidentally. So it's clear that you have something going on with this. You got some brain power there. But I don't think they don't see the DeFi the way that I see the DeFi, the way that the most crypto investors, pure crypto investors, see the DeFi. We see it as an escape. We see it as a well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to speak for somebody else. I'll speak for me. I see it as an escape from fiat. All right, I see it as gold. I see it as borderless currency. I see it as all the things that it actually is, but people don't like to talk about. They don't want to mention that. They see it as buck. I see it as a digital currency that I can spend equally in El Salvador, in China, in Russia, in Ukraine. That's how I see it. I see it as a death to money exchanges. I see it as a true borderless currency whose value is determined by the person selling the product and the person paying for it. That these two fully conscious, rational people decide this is an equal trade, value for value. That's how I see it. So institutional money, they see it as a chance to be profitable, period. I don't think they care about the DeFi element of it. I don't think it means anything to them. I don't think they're looking 5 minutes past it. I think they see it as a chance to take what is already a digital currency, the dollar, and just turn it into more digital fiat. I think that's the way that they see it. There's a reason that the SEC is sticking their nose around here. There is a reason that all of these institutions now are all coming up and embracing crypto. There's a reason that Bitcoin shows up on the standard stock trackers. It's starting to become validated. But the people who are investing in this see it the way that they might see oil. Not that they need oil, but that it'll go up. This is how they see it. Bitcoin will go up, but it'll go up because there's now a use for it. Right now, this is why I don't like coins. This is why that's why I don't really get into coins too much. Fundamentally, coin has it has a single use case. Anybody in the comments, what is the use case of a crypto coin? Its use case is transactions. That's it. Purchasing power. Buy something with it. That's its use case. Bitcoin is being gulped up. The liquidity gets gulped up by these big institutions, and they're not spending it. They are speculating in it, which is effectively why Bitcoin continues to go up and up and up. It's speculation. But the only way that it can do that is if more people buy it than sell it. This is fact. This is 100% fact. I know we don't like to talk about that or argue it, or have that discussion, but this is absolute fact. For Bitcoin to go up, more people have to buy it than sell it. Now, when you continue to pour all this institutional money into it, it causes the volatility that you see when we have these flash crashes. The stock market gets a little rattled. These people see it the way that they see their stocks. Got to sell, and boom, down goes the Bitcoin. The entire market is coupled to Bitcoin. Whether we like it or not, it is. So as goes Bitcoin, so goes the market. I don't like that. But again, pragmatically, I have to pay attention to it because it's reality and I deal in reality. So I pay a lot of attention to what is happening in the rest of the world. I pay a lot of attention to what Washington is saying. I pay a lot of attention to what the legacy stock market is doing. I pay attention to all of these things because whether you like it or not, they affect the crypto market. Now, if you're only invested in crypto, that's fine. But these people are determining the value of your crypto at any given time. When they decide to pull, down goes the market. I can show you this, illustrate it over and over and over. And the legacy media, they have a field day. They absolutely have a field. So it's just stupid. It's not real. It's not like gold. Look at how volatile it is. You caused the volatility, ass. I hate it when people cause a problem and then think that they're going to come up with a solution to the problem that they caused. It worked fine. You did your business. Now it's screwed up. Oh, but you know how to fix it? Okay. So I'm sorry. I totally drifted off on that one, guys. I'm sorry, man. But it's another passionate subject for me. These rules and regulations are going to absolutely, they're not good. They're not good. I wish I had Emery on tonight, man, and he's put out some videos. They're on the members channel. You should take a look. They're trying to gloss it over right now. They're trying to cover it up. Don't worry about crypto. We got it. You know what? I mean, the way that they're going about this, as ham-fisted as they're going to be going about this, is bad. A show of hands, anybody who watches any other channel with the exception of this one, I know there's lots of other channels, how many people have talked about the crypto wealth tax? Has anybody mentioned it? Are you guys familiar with this? Do you know that this is going to become your reality, the crypto wealth tax? We talked about this last week, and there's nothing's going to stop this. Nothing is going to stop this, and you need to be aware of it. I'm just pointing that out, and I want to ask that again of the audience. Has anybody heard about it that didn't hear about it from the podcasts? The crypto wealth tax. It's in the bill. It will be passed, and it will become your new reality. Now, what is that going to do to the institutional money? Well, that's interesting, because half of that crypto wealth tax.
Does internet porn know you're cheating on it?
I got a subscriber, man. It's been a while. M. Shank, thank you, thank you very much, man. Oh, damn, that derailed me. I need to turn off that, but I like the Archer thing. Half of this crypto legislation that's going into effect, you think it's going after crypto, but it's really not. You're also not going to hear about this anywhere but the podcast. It's not going after that. It's going after this institutional money. You need to be aware of that, because the more that pours in, the more rules and regulations are going to be slapped down upon you. They do not care whether you are a full-time investor, part-time investor, a small investor, or a large investor. It doesn't matter. They're going to clump you together the same way that they've determined that a node is a broker. A node that processes transaction is now a broker. Did you know that? Did you hear about that anywhere else? Again, this is all fact. It's coming in. And come the end of the month, it's going to be your reality. They're going to pass it. They're going to sign it. 2022 is going to be a hell of a lot different than 2021. So, yeah. Is it going to affect it? Yes, it's going to affect it. That institutional money is going to be, it's not going to pour in, because it's not going to be the safe haven that it was. Now, personally, I see that as a good thing. I'd like to get the institutional money out and let the fundamental money start coming in. People who want to invest in a product that they believe in. I'd be happier about that. So actually, I think that's a good thing. All righty. Comments. Ethereum gets big money too from Skate. Yes, it does. Twix 003. Your community will challenge you, my friend. You're our gene. What? I don't understand that, but I appreciate it. Let me see. Scott, buy Brain Trust. It's cheap. You know what? I like Brain Trust. I do. You know what? I don't like the crypto. I like the product. I think the product is very, I think it's early, but I think it's a wonderful, wonderful idea. One of the fun things that happens, you know what? I'll come back to that. Guys, let me take just 60 seconds, man. Every time you get me on one of these tangents, I tend to dry out. So if you could, please give me 60 seconds. And
oh, hey, you.
We'll be right back. All right, let me, I caught my breath a little bit here, guys, so give me just a second here. All right, Brain Trust. I like their product. I like what they're doing. Gig economy. And what's funny about that is how aggressively they're getting slammed. And it reminds me a lot of Uber. It really, I'm sorry, it does. It reminds me of Uber. When Uber started up, they got absolutely slammed. How dare you buck the trend? How dare you take away from traditionalism? The way things are is the way things are, and this is the way we like it. And then along came Uber, and suddenly things started to change. Suddenly people were empowering themselves. I like that. I think it's great. I think it's the natural order of mankind. So I like what they're doing. And, yeah, I think it's going to be a hit. Maybe not. Their white paper is very, very simple. Take a look at it. Basically, the more effective the company is, the higher the crypto goes. I know it's radical, man. It's completely out of the realm to think that company's product would be based on on a company's success. I understand that's also not the crypto way, but they are more or less a company that uses crypto and not so much a crypto company. So, yeah, I do like it. Price-wise, if I was just throwing profits in it, not saying I am, a little bit, I have a small position, but if I was just throwing profits in it, I would be okay with it because, again, I see it as a long-term thing. I don't know what other people are saying about it. I don't care. I see the world differently, and I see them as building a gig economy that is necessary, that empowers employees, it empowers people to build their own path so that you don't have to follow the simple traditionalism. Get up, go to college, get a job, pay your debt, and die. This allows people to do what they want to do, how they want to do it. They bargain for themselves. I think it's a good thing. I do. They're not the first people to do it, actually. There's another crypto out there called District, if anybody's familiar with District. And they actually started this years ago. It never took off, didn't get a lot of visibility, but they were actually doing something like this way down on District way back in the day. So I think it's kind of bringing it more public. So, yeah, I actually think it's a good thing. Let me see. From Skate, I see Skate Latex, but I don't have my glasses on. Tax on multimillionaires. I'm not worried. Sir, you should be. You should be. I understand that the whole multimillionaire seems like some kind of far-reaching, it can never happen to me kind of thing. But, sir, you're in crypto. And believe it or not, you're at the right channel. You are at the right place at the right time. All right. So it's achievable. It is absolutely achievable. Here's the funny thing about it. You have to want it more than you want anything else. This is another fundamental truth. People don't like to talk about it, but it is a reality. If you want to be in that multimillionaire class, you can be, but you have to want it more than anything else. Here's what I do. Now, this is me. I do all my investing. I put all of my money where I want it. Everything. I use extreme discipline. I don't buy stuff that I don't need. And I go without so that I can invest. And then whatever I have left, that's what I spend. Now, that's what it takes, man. It really does. A lot of the other world will spend all that they have and then invest what's left. I consider that backwards. But again, I'm not your broker. However, if you do want that multimillionaire status, you can achieve it. It takes hustle. You got to be smart. You got to be disciplined. You have to want it more than you want anything else. That means you're not going out. You're not going to parties unless they're free. All right? You're not buying rounds of drinks. You don't do all that stuff. You don't get rich by spending your money. You get rich by investing your money smartly and having the discipline. So I take a little bit of I disagree with your statement that it doesn't matter because it only affects multimillionaires, because everybody listening on this channel right now can be one. I'm not selling you anything. That's the funny thing. You won't be there if you buy my book, all right? I'm not selling a book. I don't care. I'm just saying that it's achievable, all right? If I did it, anybody can do it, man. But you got to want it more than you want anything else. You have got to go without. You have got to suffer for your wealth. That's what it takes. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say that's what it takes. I'm saying that's the way it took for me. Your mileage may vary. All right. Let me see. Cody made me lose money, so it's poo to me, but I would buy it if it goes to 30. Yeah. You know, it's Cody's a good product. You see, I don't know if I have it on my board anymore. Yeah, Cody's a good product. I've been up and up on it. I understand that it's a competitor to AMP, but it's really not. It's really not. All right, Cody, you're not going to take Cody and put it in Brazil, and suddenly they're spending Bitcoin. It's not going to do that. AMP will do that. Flex will do that, but Cody won't do that. I see it as niche, but I see it as profitable niche. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of Cody. And let me see, what else do I got in it? Let me see. District is cheeks. I don't know what that means. I don't know what cheeks means. Is that good or bad? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Look, guys, our poly pump continues, by the way. It's still going up and up. Let me see. Cody is better. AMP has lots of competition. AMP absolutely has lots of competition. Good products will always have competition. First to market tends to win these competitions. Not saying that AMP's the first, but one of the other fundamental truths is that the best product tends to win these competitions. AMP is the best product. I will argue it hands down. You name it, you line them up, and I will absolutely knock them down. All right? I am a savant on AMP. I know the product. So if anybody wants to have that fight, you know what? Put it in chat. Next time we'll open the phone lines. Me and you will have it live because, boy, I like talking AMP. Let me see. What do we got? As adoption takes place, where the best place to hold during the bear market? Again, I assume that you're talking about AMP, man. And look, AMP's different for me, man. All right, it's long-term. Long-term tokens I don't mess with. All right, I put and build and build and build and build, and I leave them there. All right, I don't mess with my long-terms. This is the discipline that I was talking about. And I get it, man. Look, numbers are one thing. But longevity is something else. And when you start messing with your long terms, I believe, my personal opinion here, guys, all right, we're opinion editorial channel. I'm allowed to say this. When you start messing with your long terms, it's going to teach you bad habits. Bad habits, even if it works out, they're very, very tough to break because it starts to give you confirmation bias. There's a reason that I said that your short-term wallet can never, ever go bust. It can never go to zero because when it does, you are more likely to start digging into your long-term tokens. And if you just picture them, they're in the bank. The door is locked and you can't get in there. All you can do is put more in, but you can't take it out. If you start doing it like that, if you start seeing your long terms like that and aggressively pursuing your second wallet, your short-term wallet, the one that you should have, if you don't, you should have. When you start seeing it that way, you will not get fussed on the price. You just won't. It doesn't matter now because this is not something that you're going to touch this year or next year. You're not worried about this for years. So the price action is irrelevant to you. It doesn't matter. So what AMP does at the end of the year to me doesn't mean anything. I don't care. And if I had to go on record, I would say come the end of the year, it'll be about a nickel. That's right. I'm going to say come December-ish, it will be between 5 and 6 cents. Period. I get it, man. I'm going against the grain. I know people don't like to hear that. But to me, man, that is just money to my ears because it means that I have months and months and months to continue to buy AMP with profits at a nickel. And how is this a downside to anybody? I don't see it. If you don't know how to do this, tune in. Tune into the channel. Join our Discord, man. We talk about this all the time. We're not making anything from this. It doesn't matter. It's fun. It's a hobby, and I'd like to put out information that I truly believe in. That's the only reason that we do this. So, yeah, I'm just a big fan of the method that I used, and it worked for me. And if it worked for me, it can work for anybody. I guess that's what I'm getting at, man. You don't need to buy the book. You don't need to do all this stuff. You just need some hustle. You just need to work. You need to want it. And if you want it, it'll happen. Just like that. All right. took your advice. Opinion on polymath. Do you still feel the same long term on that one? This is from MXCR14. Let me think about that for just 1 second, and I'm sure you could read between the lines here. Stand by. Yes, I still believe in that about poly. Absolutely. Now, it's not in my long-term wallet yet, so I am still comfortable pumping and dumping this one. And you know what? It's about to hit my sell point, so let's all hope that it holds out that it just continues this little FOMO for a few more minutes so I can get my 20 grand. But yes, I do believe that it is going to be in my long term. Now, I'm not committing to it right now because I got to see how Polymesh goes. All right, I have to see how Polymesh goes. This is happening on the 13th. I have to see how well the market and everybody reacts to Polymesh as opposed to Polymath before I'm going to commit on that. But right now, if you put a gun to my head, I would say, yeah, it's going to work out well, and it will become the long thing because Poly is a foundational token. It is absolutely a foundational token. Right now, they're only trading in securities, but that's not all they can trade in. There's a reason that I'm in so heavily in AMP. Not because it can process crypto transactions, but because it can process any transaction. And the ground is laid for it. All it needs is more people to build, more people to build, more people to build. So they will, and I'm betting on the future on that. Polymath is the same thing. I am betting on the future. Right now it's securities, but there is nothing stopping this from trading legacy stocks or trading futures or trading commodities. There's nothing stopping that from happening. All right, Poly does not take the compliance and regulatory issues on themselves. That is up to the people who are listing it. Poly is eBay. That's what they are. eBay is not responsible if you get a bad product from somebody. All they did was hook up the transaction. That's all they did. Poly is doing the same thing. How could I not be behind something like that? Something that offers that much upside, legacy-facing, world, legacy money come pouring into this. How could I not get behind something like that? However, it is making a fundamental change. So I'm going to stand pat on that until the 13th. Catch me on the 15th or whatever live stream is going to be after that. I'll give you my whole opinion. So, okay, BAT, long-term or short-term? Well, I like BAT. You see it right there. All right, I've been in BAT for a long, long time. I like the basic attention token. I like what they're doing with it. I like Brave. I like the Brave browser. If you're not using the Brave browser, you should use the Brave browser. I'm getting money from it. I'm just saying it's a product that I prefer. So, yeah, I do believe in it. And I've held BAT, and I've traded BAT a lot, man. It's been up. It's been down. But it is an actual physical product. I like that about it. I like what they're doing. I like the direction, and I like their tokenomics. So BAT for me, I trade it. It's active in my short wallet. It's not in my long term. Take that for what it's worth. Am I correct? This is from J Bones Grows the 2 Junior. You got to explain that name, man. You put it out. Just explain it to me. I'd just sick Bell on you right now, but she's not here. Am I correct to assume you stake your amps or not? I used to. I don't anymore. I don't stake it. Yeah, boy, there's no good way to answer that one. 2% is insulting. That's it. 2% is absolutely insulting. That I take 100% of the risk for 2% of the reward. No. So I do own a lot of AMP. It is purely it's purely liquid now. All right. I do not stake. That will change over time. Again, as they come in, and I understand that I'm giving up 2% of my 2% of my money, but again, as a pragmatist, whether it's long term or short term, I also have to look at the reality of the market. And for me, that much risk for 2% of the rewards is just not worth it to me. So no, I do not stake any longer. 4%, still insulting, but not as insulting. You know what I mean? So. But yeah, crashing it down to 2, no. So, but that's me. I'm not giving financial advice. You asked, I answered the question. All right. Do I own Algo? Yeah, of course I do, man. Blue chip. I like staking with not staking. Algorand. So, I mean, I like to get the little email. It said, here are your algo rewards. I've I've always liked that. Yeah, I have Algorand. I'm a big fan of level 2s. All right, I just am. Ethereum is not scaling well. It never has. It's never designed to. I don't think they ever anticipated the DeFi doing what it is when they pushed Ethereum. And by the time that, the market just popped and when it just boomed, I mean, it was the gold rush. Ethereum was all we had. So we were kind of stuck with it and everybody just kind of latched on. But it doesn't scale well. So, yeah, man, I'm a bigger fan on anything that's kind of breaking up the log jams. So, all right. Let me see. Fun fact: ACH also processes non-crypto payments. I'm sure. I ACH, man. Look, I'm not saying you can't be profitable on it, and I'm not gonna bash. At least it has a use case. So if you ask me, should you invest in ACH or Shiba? I'm going to say ACH because at least it has a use case. But I understand what it does. I am absolutely 100% against the way that token is designed. Just the data harvesting, man, the mining, the fact that they made it a feature of the product. It upsets me greatly. I think we have enough government in our lives. I certainly don't need them in my wallet to, knowing how I take my Starbucks. I don't think they need that. Yeah, you can be profitable in ACH. I certainly was, but it's not one that I would ever recommend, and it's never going to be a true. It's not going to be a true competitor to AMP. No, I don't see that unless a government gets behind it, which China might. But unless a government gets behind it and gets a captured audience. Fundamentally, these things are as black and white as they could possibly be together. Where AMP values, Flexa values privacy, ACH goes the other way, and that really is the stopgap for me right there. Is the fact that they so openly and embrace the data harvesting, man, data mining. It has no place in the DeFi, and so no, I can never get behind something like that. But that's me. That's not financial advice. You do you, bro. Do you own Matic? Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. I love Matic. I love Cardano. I love Solana. I'm a big fan of competition, big fan of markets. As a matter of fact, I think that either of those products are better than Ethereum, hands down better than Ethereum. And I also get the Ethereum 2.0. We're all holding out. I got something in my eye. Give me 1 second, guys. I also get the Ethereum 2.0, all of our hopes, all of our dreams. We're all hanging on Ethereum 2.0. Everything's going to change once Ethereum 2.0 comes in. But I'll fall back to an argument I use on AMP. I tend to favor a product that has already done something as opposed to a product that might do it in the future. ADA, Solana, they can do what Ethereum 2.0 says it can do, but they can do it now. So I'm always going to favor a product that actually works as opposed to one that might work someday. I don't like rollouts and plugging the brakes on the back end. I despise that. So whatever Ethereum 2.0 will be or might be or could be someday, at Solana, ADA, they can do it now. So I would tend to favor those. But again, pragmatically, I have to look at it, man. Ethereum is what we have. So you just kind of have to deal with it. How do you manage having the breadth of cryptos you trade and holding down a full-time job at the same time? You got to want it, man. That's it. You got to want it more than you want anything else. I'm not saying other things in my life don't suffer because I'm doing YouTube and I'm doing a lot of research and I have a full-time job and all that. I'm not saying other things in my life don't suffer. But I'm in the accumulation phase of wealth in my life right now. And I only got a few more years to do it because I'm old. So you got to make the sacrifice. If you want it, you'll get it. But you got to want it. You got to make the sacrifice. Nothing comes free. It's not cheap. It's not free. So if it matters to you, you'll do it. And if it doesn't, you won't, man. You know what? You can be a hobbyist. And you know what? That's I guess that's the nice thing about crypto is that you can get by as a hobbyist. You can. Everybody can luck out. Or you can just stick with pure fundamental foundational tokens, and it's going to work out for you long term either way. But the way I manage it is I want it more than I want anything else right now. I want the money. I'm again, the accumulation phase of my life. I've already made the money that I've changed my own life. Doesn't matter for me anymore. All right, now it's about changing my kids' lives. I want them to not have to make the choices or the sacrifices that I made, so I'm willing to continue to work myself straight into an early grave so that they don't have to. Yeah, there, there it is. So let me see from Doge. I hope you're right because I bought a lot at $1.60 and I'm down. What'd you buy at $1.60? I'm sorry, man. I'm not sure which one. The comment scrolled off. What'd you buy at $1.60, man? I don't know. I hope I am right, I guess. I hope you're not talking about Polly. It never saw $1.60. All right, guys, look. I had an absolutely I had a wonderful time. Completely off script. I did not do the piece I was going to do, and I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't do it, man. It's just angry, and I don't want to alienate anybody. So, as I said before, the channel is going through a pivot. We used to be all about AMP. Now we're all about crypto. So, when there is something good to talk about in AMP, I will certainly talk about it. But when there's not, I'm not going to force myself to just regurgitate the same talking points, man. It is a great big world. There is a lot going on in crypto, and it's time that we started to embrace it. For our members, if you're not a channel member, please be a channel. $5. It's $5 damn a month, man. I will make you that in 10 seconds. For those who are not members, please be a member. But we're going to have the member stream's going to be going off tomorrow, 2 p.m. So if you can make it, I'm going to have Bell on. And, baby, what I didn't do tonight, I'm going to do tomorrow, man. I'm going to fire away. I got that. We're getting some. That'll be going down at 2 p.m., guys. Please, I thank you for indulging me tonight. Off script, just Scott talking, old school feel. It's not what we do anymore, but it's what you know what? It was good for a Saturday night. So from all of us here at the Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, please be safe. Please be smart with your money. Questions, comments, concerns, or observations, right there, Scott at ThePodocasts.com. And we will see you guys next time. We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at The Podocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.